Hey everybody, Gary here again with the Field Test Dummies channel. Today I'm going to show you how to properly clean an AR-15 M4 style rifle. So go ahead and come a little closer, follow me. We're down here in the basement today. We have more lighting down here, so it's better for you guys so you guys can see what's going on. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing first, always make sure your rifle's clear. Do a visual inspection and a physical. Clear. And then pull the trigger. Alright, we're good. Alright, first we want to break down the rifle. Now if you do not know how to break down the rifle, go ahead and check out my last video I did of the AR-15 M4 style breakdown, and it'll show you how to break all this down. I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick. That way we can get through this. Upper and lower. Bolt carrier group, charging handle, separate that. Okay, set this stuff aside. Alright, we're going to start with the lower receiver. What you want to do is get you some Q-tips. Get your cleaning oil here, and then what you're going to do is you're going to want to this Q-tips and cleaning oil, and you're going to clean out down here inside this well. To get all that cleaned out, lube up around the springs here, down here around the firing, the safety switch. Okay, once you've cleaned all that out, down in here, you want to clean the magazine well out a little bit. Get you some oil down in there. Get you a towel, clean it out. Alright, now we're going to remove the buffer and the buffer spring, because you want to clean that. Pull that out. Alright, what you want to do is take some cleaning oil on a rag. Clean that spring up. Clean the buffer. This stuff gets carbon buildup on it, so you want to make sure you clean this real good. Once you've cleaned it, take and put a light coat of oil on these, and then just kind of spread it around. I've got an oil brush. What I do is put a little bit of oil on it, and I'll take the brush and just lightly coat the parts I want oiled up. So you want all this stuff moving inside your buffer tube here, that way you don't get jammed up. Okay, so set that aside. Alright, now once you got that stuff clean and oiled, you want to clean out down in your buffer tube. So what I like to use is my mop, put some oil on it, clean out down in here, get all that carbon out of there. Okay, once you got that cleaned out, you want to take right here on your pin that holds your buffer and your buffer tube in, you just want to put a little bit of oil on there. Keep that thing moving. You won't seize up on you. Okay, then you can take and put your buffer and buffer spring back in. Alright, so you got your trigger group cleaned, your buffer tube cleaned out, your buffer spring and buffer cleaned out, and your mag well. So your lower's done. Alright, now we're going to start with the upper. What you want to do is right down in here inside your receiver, you want to take, what I like to do is take one of these plastic wire brushes, and what I'll do is I'll oil up my receiver, throw some oil down in here, cleaning oil. I'll take and scrub this out in here. And what that's doing is this is breaking up all that carbon from the rounds going off, It's going to loosen all that up. Then you're going to go in here. Once you got all that done, what you can do is take this brush also and get down inside that chamber, kind of loosen some of that up. Alright, so now that that is got the oil in there and it's been scrubbed, you want to take your towel, wrap it around your brush, and just go in here, clean all that back out. It's going to clean all that carbon out. You can see the black coming off on the towel there. Okay, so once you got your receiver cleaned out, you know, if you got to, take your hand, use your fingers, get down in there. You want this receiver cleaned out good. Okay, now next we're going to clean out the chamber. So I've got a chamber brush for that, or a mop, what they call it. So we'll put our mop on here. Now if you don't have one of these, you can use Q-tips. Just take your Q-tips and get down in this chamber. You just want to get that chamber the best you can. That's what you want to do. So we're going to take our mop, we're going to scrub this out. Okay, I'm going to turn it. Now that the chamber is cleaned out, we're going to take and clean our barrel. Now what I like to do is take a 22 caliber wire brush, put it on the end of my rod, my cleaning rod here, and then I'll take some oil, stick it on there on the wire brush, some cleaning oil. Okay, and when you run this through, you want to run this through the same direction as your bullet's coming out of the barrel. And you do not want to pull it back through, because you're just going to pull all that crud back in there. So just push it through like so, and then you're going to take your wire brush off on the end. Okay, now what that's going to do is loosen all that carbon up in there, carbon buildup. And then you can take your eye hook, see that there? Put that on the end, and what you want to do is run your swabs just like you did with your wire brush. Run it straight through and don't pull it back through. So what we'll do is set our swab up here. There we go. Run your swab in here. Might be too big. Okay, so we got our swab on here. Now what I like to do is just take a little bit of oil on the first one, kind of help it push some of that carbon out of there. Just like the bullet fires through, same direction. And you're going to push it through so it comes out the end, just like that. Then you're going to take and check it. And you want to keep running these straight through here. Don't pull them back through. Just run them straight through like the bullet's coming out, take them off, and then run the rod back out. Now you want to keep doing that until these swabs are clean. And they're coming through here clean, then you know your barrel's clean. Okay, so there's the barrel, it's clean. Got the receiver clean, we got the chamber clean. Alright, so now we want to clean the bolt. Here's the bolt carrier group. We're going to go ahead and break this down. Alright, what we want to do is take the firing pin retaining key out, which is right here. And just pull that out. Alright, take that pin out. You want to clean that. right, set it aside with your charging handle. Then your firing pin, take it out. All right, now we got the bolt and then the bolt retaining key. We want to pull that retaining key out right there. Set it aside, and then we can pull our bolt out. All right, so what we want to do is take our shell ejector off and clean it out too. So what I like to do is use the firing pin, take and push the ejector pin out. There you have it, the ejector comes out. So what you want to do is take some Q-tips, you can use pipe cleaners, and you want to use some cleaning oil, and you want to clean this bolt out. So you want to clean it out, and then you can actually run Q-tips through here with some oil on them and run them all the way up in there to the end and clean that out. Okay, so once you got that clean, all right, you're going to clean your ejector, your shell ejector. You want to clean all your pins. You want to clean your charging handle, and then also you want to clean your bolt carrier. So what you can do here is you can actually run your Q-tip into your gas tube here, clean that out. You can get down in here with the Q-tip, some oil, clean that out. And then also down in here, you just want to clean all this out. So take oil, clean it all up. Okay, that's clean. The bolt carrier is clean. Your bolt's clean. All your parts are clean. So now what you want to do is start putting this back together. So go ahead and put your bolt in, your shell ejector in. Pin in there. There. All right, that's in. What I like to do is right here on my shell ejector pin is take and put oil right there, that way it comes out easy. And also I like to oil my rings here. Alright, so now that that's done, we can put the bolt back in the bolt carrier. Now when you put this bolt in the bolt carrier, you want to make sure your shell ejector is at the 11 o'clock. Go ahead and put that in. And the reason for that is you want that ejecting the shells out the right side, otherwise it's going to jam your rifle up. And then you put your bolt key back in there. Alright, so now your bolt's in. Now you want to put your firing pin back in. I like to put a little bit of oil on it too, just a light coat. Then you slide your firing pin back in here. It's in. Then you take your fire pin retaining key, or retaining pin rather, and then you stick it back in there. Alright, back in. Alright, I like to take and put a light coat of oil on the bottom here, on the bottom of the bolt carrier. That way it rides smooth. Some people say run them dry. I like to just put a nice light coat of oil over it just to make sure everything's flowing smooth. You can run it however you want. You know, it's up to you what you want to do there. But I like to run a little light coat of oil on them, that way they don't get jammed. I had a Colt. When I was in the military, I had a Colt, and if it did not have a little coat of oil on it, the thing would jam up every time. So it's just something that I've always done since then. So, alright, put a little bit of oil on my charging handle here. Got the bolt carrier group put back together. Got the charging handle pulled up. Alright, we're going to put this stuff back in the upper here. So what you want to do is I'm going to turn this upside down. Take your charging handle, slide it in. Take your bolt carrier, slide it in there, and this all snaps back together. It's done. take your lower, put your lower back together. There you go. Rifle it a few times, get that oil flowing around in there. Now, you have a clean AR-15 M4 rifle. There you go. If you guys have any questions or comments, just hit me up down there in the comments section. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. If you guys see that I left something out, go ahead and hit me up down there in the comments as well. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Thanks for joining me, and thank you.